Ygra Eater of All is my favorite legend out of Bloomborough. It's nasty, it's Golgari, and it's an infinite combo machine. So let's break down what this bad kitty does, and how we can use it to run some nasty combos to win the game in a single turn. First, Ygra is a 5-mana black and green elemental cat. This 6/6 reads Ward, Sacrifice of Food. Other creatures are food artifacts in addition to their other types and have 2 tap, sacrifice this permanent, you gain 3 life. Whenever a food is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Ygra Eater of All. The really interesting part of all of this is that Ygra enables itself. All creatures, yours and your opponents, feed the beast. Going as far as to turn all creatures into artifacts, and specifically food, opens us up to enable some nasty options. But going a step further, Ygra grows in a way that would make Rita Repulsa blush. If you take out all artifacts, then Ygra is big enough to start swinging for commander damage wins. That's a fine backup plan, but with no evasion, Ygra serves a better combo enabler than anything else. So let's look at some pretty straightforward combos before we look at the mathier ones. But first, if you're looking to pick up cards from anywhere in the world, check out Card Trader. With a massive variety, you'll be able to find the cards you're looking for, in the treatment you're looking for, in the language you're looking for, without issue. For 5% off your orders, use my promo code MECHANIC today. Check out the link in the description for more. Previously on the channel, I talked about creating a lock with Ygra, involving turning lands into creatures so they also become artifact food. Using a Living Plane or a Nature's Revolt, this turns all lands into artifact creature land foods. If we add in something that shuts off the abilities of artifacts like Karn the Great Creator, Collector Oof, or Null Rod, we prevent your opponents from ever casting spells again. This can be a nasty hard lock on the game, which we can then use to bully our opponents with an ever-growing commander. But that doesn't win us the game in a single turn. We need to grind it out via combat damage. It's definitely a line we should include in our deck, but definitely not the only line. In fact, Ygra has some other really wicked combos we can exploit and really layer our deck up with options. Let's start with Ygra's BFF, Experimental Confectioner. The X-Con here enters and makes a food, but the important part is that when you sacrifice a food, you make a 1/1 rat token. And with Ygra out, all rats are food. This enables all kinds of infinite combos with flexible third cards that act as sacrifice outlets. Let's run down a list of what we can do with this. Combining Ygra and X-Con with Savvy Hunter lets us draw our library. We sacrifice the food X-Con made on enters and any other creature that is also a food to draw a card, and X-Con makes us 2 rats that are also food, which we can then sacrifice to the hunter, and we can loop this until we draw our entire deck, including an aristocrat piece or a free sack outlet, in order to ping down each of our opponents. We could add Little Old Peregrine Took in place of Savvy Hunter as well, sacrificing 3 food instead of 2 to make 3 rats that are also food and a bonus food token. Then sacrificing 3 food to draw a card and start that loop all over again. The end result is that our entire deck is in our hand and all of our options are at our disposal. From here, we could pair Ygra and X-Con with Ashnod's Altar to create infinite colorless mana the exact same way, sacrificing any creature that is also food to the altar for 2 mana and having the X-Con replace it with a rat that is also a food. Infinite mana that we can pump into any kind of X spell to end the game. Because all creatures are artifacts, we could also accomplish this exact same thing with Krark Clan Ironworks as well for extra redundancy. If we wanted to do the same but with colored mana, we could swap in Phyrexian Altar instead, achieving the same end. Infinite colored mana to cast anything in our hand. We can draw into one of these altars with Savvy Hunter combo, then swap to making infinite mana in order to cast all those cards we just drew. Easy combo win. If we wanted to win using Mill instead, my favorite win con, we could use Altar of Dementia instead, sacrificing any creature that is also a food to mill an opponent, and having the X-Con give us a string of rats to sacrifice and mill opponents 1 card at a time. Provided your opponents aren't running a shuffle effect, this is a quick and easy GG. Now, interestingly, we can also do the exact same things with the new Carmella the Seed Miser. See, Carmella makes us a squirrel instead of a rat whenever we sacrifice a food. So there's redundancy for every piece of the combo except our commander. That makes for a nice slot machine, mix and match style combo win where any two pieces along with our commander win the game. This is an all-important part of deck building and combo building in particular, redundancy. The more chances we have to get combo pieces, the more likely it is that we can combo off. And when we start talking about chances and the odds, it's time to
bring out the chalkboard.
Oh man, this thing is dusty. When we talk about combo redundancy, it's important to factor in a few things. First is your commander. If it's your combo piece, it's your most reliable combo piece because you always have access to it in the command zone. There are some exceptions, but if you're looking to combo off with your commander, you really want to minimize your odds of losing your commander and having to recast it. Commander attack sets your combo back 2 whole turns in most situations. But this is also why combos involving commanders are considered to be X.5 card combos, because you never have to go looking for one of your combo pieces. For instance, Malcolm Keen-Eyed Navigator plus Glinthorn Buccaneer is a 1.5 card combo, because you need to find the Glint Horn, but always have access to Malcolm. Godo Bandit Warlord plus Helm of the Host is considered a 0.5 card combo, because Godo tutors up the Helm and all you need is the mana to cast Godo and equip the Helm to win through infinite damage. In the case of Ygra, we're assembling a 2.5 card combo, 2 specific cards and our commander. But if we introduce redundancy to each of the pieces of the combo, we introduce consistency. In this case, we have 2 options for the token maker, Excon or Carmella, and upwards of 6 options for the third piece of the combo. We can then introduce further consistency thanks to the jack of all trades of Magic, tutors. Any tutor from Demonic Tutor to Worldly Tutor acts as a substitute for any piece of our combos at the trade-off of adding a few mana to the cost. So with 6 tutors in the deck, we now need Ygra and any of 8 cards and any of 12 cards to pop off and end the game. But what's the ideal number for that redundancy? Here we have to consider our timeline for winning. Since Ygra costs 5 mana, more than any other part of our combo, let's consider that our end goal. We need to win the turn we cast Ygra. Without ramp, that puts us at turn 5. By turn 5, we'll have drawn 11 cards if we're going first, 12 cards if we're not. That's if we aren't drawing any more cards than the 1 that we draw each turn, but it solidly puts our sweet spot at 1 in 10. If we have a 1 in 10 chance of drawing either half of the other combo piece we need, then statistically, we'll be able to piece together some form of infinite combo right on curve with casting Ygra. And this is the most important part of any combo-focused deck, consistency. So we'll be putting in not only our combo pieces, but Black's best tutors, Vampiric Tutor, Demonic Tutor, and Diabolic Intent, along with lots of Green's pieces too, as a tutor for a creature serves the same function as a tutor for any card thanks to the flexibility of our combos. So Worldly Tutor, Finale of Devastation, and Green Sun Zenith all serve the purpose of grabbing a Carmella, or a Savvy Hunter, or a Peregrine Took to fill in the blank pieces of our combo. This makes us very, very consistent, to the point where we may even be a competitive level deck if we include faster mana to accelerate that clock. That's perfectly valid of an option, but I'm not going to tune my list quite to that level yet. If you want to throw in fast mana like Crypt, Mox, or Vault, those are perfectly cromulent additions. I'll keep this list at a tuned 8 rather than a 9 or a 10, thank you very much. Let me know in the comments what other combos you'd include with Ygra, or you'd include in the 99 of a Ygra deck. Be sure to check out my deck list at my sponsor, Moxfield. Moxfield is the best deck building platform in the world, and makes it easy to search, build, and share your deck lists. Check out my profile in the video's description, and be sure to give it a follow while you're there. And if you're looking to sell off those piles of bulk, I know I am, then head over to Card Conduit. They make it easy, just bundle up your cards, unsorted, and they'll assess and catalog everything and sell it all for you. They keep a cut and you get the rest. It is the easiest way to get something for those stacks and stacks of cards that you have on your desk right now. Check out the link in the description below and tell them the mechanic sent you. While you're here, be sure to check out these other videos on the channel. And if you were inspired to brew today, you have to hit that subscribe button. As always, folks, good luck and have fun.